Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another stream. As I mentioned earlier, today we are going to participate on a test for this game, Stars Reach. It's an I guess survival MMORPG in development. They are currently on the process of launching their Kickstarter campaign. I thought I would start by just taking a quick look at their website. Basically, what they say about the game, brought to you by the designer of Ultima Online and Star Wars Galaxy, Stars Reach is all about fulfilling the promise of what online worlds can be. It's a single, shardless galaxy full of living planets to explore, settle, and rule with your friends. Thousands of planets and space zones, each persistent whether you're online or not, all connected into a single galactic online multiplayer game. It's a massively multiplayer sandbox RPG with a deep skill tree horizontal progression system, dozens of professions, no classes, gender locks, or annoying rails. If you decide you want to change your build, just let some skills fall out of practice and go learn something else. It's built for immersing you into an alternate world of adventure. This huge galaxy won't get in the way of having instant fun though. Download your brainwaves into a clone body close to your friends. Have fun in a 5-minute session or spend hours decorating your house. It's a modern online game that respects your time and preferred ways to play. I do like the idea of that flexibility. Up here we have some images, some builds that apparently can happen, some combat, space traveling it seems, forests, bases, maybe asteroid mining, and I will not go too much more into this because we do have access to the game itself. So let's launch now and see what it brings us. I launched it yesterday to test and try to adjust some of the volumes. I hope they were properly adjusted, but we will find out soon. Okay, is it loading up? Yes, it is. Okay. I wonder if there's anything else I can do with the bottom part of my screen. But to be honest, this would probably be a good place for chat to be at some point. I don't have it configured, but if I do end up streaming this game again and following it, then yeah, I should be able to just do so through here. Now I'm gonna quickly switch to my earbuds because that's where I am listening to my stream, because I don't know what the volumes are like. So let's see how it is sounding. I don't think I hear any music here. Oh, okay, yes, there it is. Seems to be... Yeah, that's a good volume. Let me get back to my headphones, because otherwise I'm listening to myself speak in my own head, and that might make me feel a bit more schizophrenic than I am normally. Okay, so let's go and create a new character. My character's name is obviously going to be Gone, and I have 4 races to choose from: Terran, Squatchy, Gertan, and Eliani. So, human, big person, cat, and I guess devilish looking person. Never really been interested in demons or big guys or cats. I wish they had dogs. So for now, I'm just gonna be a boring old Terran. Current location unknown, last played unknown because I haven't started yet. So let's go in and enter the game. Just out of like some comments that I've read and heard, both from Wardux, who was on my stream earlier today and mentioned he had looked at the game, and also I think Voxel in the Bitcraft Discord have mentioned that one of the things that's been a turn off for them is that they feel the characters are too Fortnite-ish. I've never really played Fortnite, so that's not really a factor for me. I can understand if they are using or choosing this design because of the popularity of Fortnite and then trying to just draw that audience. I don't know if it's a good choice, but it's a valid choice for sure. Let's see, guidance for servitors. Greetings, Meatbag. You have just taken your first step off of your desecrated homeworld into the garden of our illustrious masters. Our observation suggests that first-time adventurers have a 16.499% better chance of becoming reliable galactic caretakers if they receive guidance during their first steps on a new world. Would you like our guidance during your first step? So this is kind of the introduction to their onboarding tutorial. I will follow it and let's see how it goes. At any time, you can press F1 to access a help menu with all this information and more. Pay particular attention to the What Do I Do First section, as that will give you some ideas on how to start your adventure. This menu also contains all the controls you need to move through the world. Okay, tell me more. As you take damage and use your focus or stamina, you'll begin to accumulate stat wounds. Wounds for health, drain for focus, exhaustion for stamina. These temporarily reduce the maximum value of each of your stats. They will go away very slowly over long periods of time, but you can recover them quickly by returning to a safe area and relaxing for a little while by dancing with your friends. Alright. Your main way of interaction with the world is using various tools. Tools help you fight creatures, gather resources, shape the world, and more. Tools are stored in your tool belt, shown on the right. Each tool belt slot corresponds with the number keys 1 through 4. Okay. If you want to holster an adventure barehanded, press that number key a second time. Okay. You can only have 4 tools in your tool belt at any given time, and you can only move tools in and out of your tool belt while in a camp, homestead, or safe space. To move a tool from tool belt to your tool belt, do the following. I need to go to inventory, click on the icon for the terraformer, and then drag it into a slot, and then close it. So right now, I mean, I already have it equipped, but in here, I would see these things. Gravity gun. Paver. There's an Omni Blaster, a Pathfinder, Terraformer, and Harvester. I also have a Helix, a Gravity gun, a Paver, a Xylo Slicer, an Instaformer. Not sure what all of these are, but this looks like a gun of sorts. So, do I drag it? Yeah, okay. That was weird. So I grabbed the terraform and dragged it out, and now I have the paver on 2 different places, and here as well. What? Okay, so this works as I would expect. No, It's still staying here. Unless, do I select it and click 1? No. I hit F1. I don't want to do F1. Let me go back to the inventory. So I have my terraformer here, but it's also equipped. I'm not sure what that means. It's kind of weird how they stayed here. I imagine it's probably because it's not possible for the slot to be empty. So if I drag something out, maybe it just drags the last thing that I placed in there. I don't know, it's weird. It's not game breaking or anything. I would like to move my terraformer up to here, but it's not letting me. So I guess that's first bug we see. I can do that by moving the paver, and then that takes the terraformer out. But I'm not able to just remove an item from here, although it looks like I am because the terraformer thing is here. Let's see. They also mentioned that I'm able to create reports. I'm just gonna say I think it's just a graphics bug. I am unable to... No. Thing is, I'm not really sure exactly what the problem is here, but I'm not gonna submit this for now, because I would need to figure out how to describe this, and it's probably just a visual bug. Let's make sure that one is here, and then continue. I'm gonna close down that debug thingy. I can use the tools with the left mouse button. So like I could equip the Omni Blaster and shoot. Simple enough. Seems to have a charge. Some tools like the Omni Blaster and Xylo Slicer work with a single click. Others like the Terraformer and Harvester require you to click and hold. So I could use the Terraformer to extract some terrain. Alright. Now I can use the T key to switch between fixed reticle and free reticle, which does... Oh, okay, I gotcha. So this is like the reticle is always going to be centered, and this is a free reticle. And how do I change the angle? Oh, I can hold left mouse button to move the camera around. Looks like I can fly. That's fun. Oh, okay. Falling down hurts. Okay. Some things in the world can be interacted with regardless of your currently equipped tool. To do some... Okay, I'm getting something. Let's go back to reticle because it kind of feels like this is preferred. I think somebody was drawing these guys over to the new area. Not very nice of them. Unless they were actually running into hiding. Interesting. That one was inside the safe area. Because this is a safe area, right? Huh. It doesn't really feel like much of a safe area. I wonder if it's because I initiated combat as well? I don't know. There's a bunch of people that are apparently drawing mobs here, so I'll see if I get hit again. Some things can be interacted with regardless of the equip tool, so to do so, move your cursor over to them and press G. Interactables include crafting stations, graciously provided real-life stations, other people for gifting or granting homestead permissions, world travel portals, and more. Okay, let me get my mouse back. I wish I could turn the camera side to side with Q and E. They are linked right now to stacks. Well, I'll look into the key bindings later. Next, eventually you'll want to see more worlds than the one you started on. We have not yet granted you permission to use starfaring vessels, but we have temporarily placed world travel portals for your use, and mark each one with a beacon emitting a column of light. To travel to another world, simply interact with the world travel portal, and your body will be warped through space to a corresponding portal. Alright, I'm not gonna do that right now, but I'll note it for later. Hey Wardux, thank you for the lurk. That should help you start... that should help you started into this new frontier. That should help you get started into this new frontier. We know you midbrains are much more prone to error, so we'd like to kindly remind you that this information and more can be viewed again by pressing F1. You can also view these messages again from the beginning by entering /tutorial. Alright, so this is the last one, and I did see a very easy to spot grammar issue that should help you get started into this new frontier. Submit. Alright, finish tutorial. Controls. What can I do? I cannot do anything. Graphics don't have a lot of room for fiddling either. I cannot even see the credits. I can quit. I'm gonna have to get used to swapping back and forth with T, maybe? Because I don't want to move around without actually moving the camera without having to click. I kind of wish the right mouse button was the way for me to pull the reticle. So like here, like this would be my normal movement, and moving the mouse would actually move the camera like it does here. And while on this mode, holding the right mouse button lets me move the camera, I kind of wish that holding the right mouse button here would place the reticle where my mouse is and then move the camera around that reticle instead of just having it fixed in front of me in this mode that feels very impractical. I don't know. I might be overthinking things. Okay, I actually do not want that there. I want the terraformer on 4. I want to see what the paver does. Okay, let's just go to this one. What did it say? I don't have any... You don't have any applicable... Okay. Resources in your backpack. It would definitely be nice if this messages stayed on for a little bit longer. Let's see. I guess it's kind of like a information It's not really a bug, but the information that pops up at the top of the screen when equipping a paver disappears too quickly to be read. It would feel nicer if it stayed up for at least a couple of seconds. Oh, and they also mentioned they welcomed jokes, and I actually did want to post a joke, so joke. What's at the bottom of the ocean and shivers? A nervous wreck. Now, apparently there's some sort of resources that I need in order to be able to pave. I got some sand from terraforming. What's this? Armor crest. A gemstone for making armor, probably. I got a bunch of sand. Doesn't seem like I have a limit of how much I can store. So now with these, Q means hopper deposit. I'm not sure what that means. And then E scans, but I haven't unlocked basic assaying. And then with C, okay, that's just a shield. That's useful. Tab tool mode to extracting. Okay, so tab switches between modes. This one only has extracting right now. Are there any useful minerals? I'm getting sand, rhyolite. I did get some gravel that apparently would be useful for paving. On this mound, I'm getting mostly rhyolite instead of sand once I've gotten to the actual ground. It's cool to have, like, I do like the idea of terraforming. My hopper is full. You have to empty it before. Okay, so. Oh, okay. So, hopper deposits my hopper whenever I use it. And what is in my hopper? How can I see what I have in my hopper? What is my hopper? I don't know if I can see, but let's see. I have 63 rhyolite, 3 gravel, 30 sand. If I hit Q, that's sort of. Oh, wait, what happened? Did I clicked something I shouldn't? Not sure I like Q and E for this actions. Like, I wish I could remap them. I use an MMO mouse, so I would very much rather have deposit in like one of the number keys. Like 0 is right at the base of my thumb, so that would be very comfortable. But even without that, I feel I would prefer to be able to swap modes between extracting and depositing, and then just click for depositing all of this. I have no idea what it is. that I deposited, because there's clearly nothing in here. I still have the same amount of sand and gravel and rhyolite, and actually I'm gaining gravel by depositing the hopper and then getting it again, which kind of feels weird. I think gravel is what you use for paving, right? So this is gravel mode. You need a stack of at least 9 gravel tile duber in order to pave a 3x3 area, and I no longer have any gravel. Okay, that's to swap between resources. I'm liking the idea. I am still feeling it's a bit wonky in terms of controls and usability. I wish I could also use the scroll to zoom in a little bit more. You can zoom out a lot, but for mining, I think I would like it to be able to go closer, maybe even first person view. Now, so far the only thing that's stopped me from mining further has been the hopper getting full. I still have no idea what the hopper is. Hopper deposit? Or, like, I guess it's a sort of storage. But it doesn't really seem linked to my inventory because I keep filling up my inventory more and more. And I don't have anything in my backpack. So maybe it's kind of like a property of this tool. And I guess a basic terraformer would have a certain amount, and improving it would give you more, maybe. I don't know. Hopper's full. So we go outside. And we deposit all of it. Just randomly around. Making a huge mess. Now that we're empty, we go back in. And let's see how far we can dig. Now, okay, that's all fun and good, but what else can I do? Let's press keys. P-O-I is inventory. U-Y-L-K-K, skills. Okay. K is for skills. Did I get that at some point in the tutorial? I don't think I did. Seems like a big omission. Let's see, there's botany, forestry, ranger, combat, mineralogy, civil engineering. Clearly, this is gonna be my area of interest. The test is short, so I will not be trying all the things. I get XP, and with the XP I can... Okay, increase my hopper capacity, increase yield rate, use the Instaformer Fabricator and Paver to create building structures and roads. Refining uses the refinery station to refine resources in other resources and alloys. Terraforming uses the terraformer to deposit extracted materials back onto the world instead of the hopper. Okay, that makes sense. You can only add skills when you're in a camp. Okay, let's head over to the camp then. Do I run out of boost? I don't think I do. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the stamina one. Okay, so what is this? A tool maker? Where's G? Here's G. Camp kit, harvester, omni blaster, pathfinder, terraformer, trailblazer. Can I read what this is? It's a ranger multi-tool that lets you burn and freeze things. I'm not interested. This is a device used to break things, okay. Is it different from the one that I have, or is this just how you get them if something happens to the one that you've got? Probably the latter. Okay, I can see my recipes from my inventory. There's also a refinery, which I can't use yet. Let me go back here. Control keys. Okay, they're not remappable at the moment, it seems. F is for food, G for interact. I don't know if I would probably swap those. Like, I would probably keep food in Z instead of F. Activate shield with C. X, what does X do? Space down. Oh, okay, so that's probably when you're in space, that's like to move down. You can crouch, inventory, toggle, run, or walk. You only have inventory in I, skills in K, and then N is, okay, run, toggle. F4, what is F4? Toggle the UI. F9 shows my frame rates. F10 takes a screenshot. Right mouse button moves the camera. T toggles the camera mode. R grapples. I can grapple. And then Q and E are special abilities. Alright, I mean it makes sense. It's an arrangement that makes sense. It's not how I would set it, but that's probably more related to why or how I would do things. Now, let me see, because it looks like my stream is having issues. Oh, no, I had just paused it on my phone for some reason. Never mind. There's information about movement, emotes, skill trees. I mean, skill trees seem pretty self-explanatory. There's a lot of information to read from all of them. Harvester and Terraformer tools. Yeah, it's different tools for different jobs. pH balance. Adjust the pH balance of the soils in your garden bed. Wow. Farming gets a lot of attention, apparently. Prospecting. A new mode for Terraformer. Use tab to change modes to prospecting while you have the Terraformer equipped. I guess I have to unlock that skill first. And okay, so you can use Q or E to toggle among any of the resources that can be found. So I switch to the resource and then this tells me where I can find it, hopefully. That's interesting. Trailblazer and Pathfinder. Pathfinder, what does Pathfinder do? Okay, equip Pathfinder and look for flashy orange nodes. Get close to a survey node and click on it. So that's for surveying. I guess for creating your maps, I imagine. And then the Trailblazer is burning all the trees and freezing the fires. Combat is combat. Shields and healing. There's a helix that's it's one of the items or tools on my inventory. Keep it focused on a target to heal it over time. Okay. So you can be a healer. And then there's the fabricators. Let's see. Paver lets you replace resources in the world with resources from your inventory. You select the resource and then you select the brush size. And there's something called an Instaformer to convert resources in your inventory into blocks that can be placed in the world. You start with a basic set of stone blocks you can place, but unlock new recipes as you unlock more nodes in the skill tree. The Instaformer has several modes, block, wall, or floor, so that's how you build. So it looks like for building you need a miner to get the resources and turn them into this. I guess the civil engineer is the one that turns them into usable blocks. There's camping, homesteading, forestry, that's with the silo slicer, a tool for cutting and sectioning trees. There are power-ups somewhere. There are crafting stations. You have a tool maker, a stove, a lathe, and a refinery. Alright. Consumables that you cook can replenish health, stamina, focus. The lathe is to make building tiles for the fabricator, and resource blocks for the Instaformer, and road tiles for the paver. Refinery converts resources into other resources and creates alloys. And there's a lot of resources that I'm not really gonna get into at the moment. Refinery, for example, right now I've been getting what have I been getting? Rhyolite. This turns into agate, cassiterite, obsidian flake, opal, pumice stone, and a whole bunch of other things that might be useful for something. And then there's a chronoplasting flowchart. If they have to make a chrono-facing flowchart here, it means that that's intricate. Let's see, can I find rhyolite here? No. Yes, here. So let's say we start from rhyolite. If we apply heat, we made schist. With more heat, that becomes nessus. And that can erode into slate, shale, or clay soil. You can also let rhyolite erode into gravel and use gravel to make glass. Is that what it's saying? I think so. You can make glass out of sand. Alright. Apparently there's a lot of interconnections between things, so not very linear, which is nice. It also means it's harder or takes longer to learn. The test right now is only 4 hours long, and we're already 40 minutes in. So for now, let me go back to my skills window here. Civil engineering, I'm guessing, is what I earned from paving. I don't know that I mean, yeah, let's try to do a bit of mineralogy and civil engineering and build something basic. That can be our goal for now. So let's unlock terraforming. And let's increase the capacity of our hopper. What is this? Use the Instaformer, Fabricator, and Paver. Wait, this unlocks civil engineering, but I already have some points here. Oh, okay, I need to unlock civil engineering from mineralogy to unlock the Instaformer, which is what I use to build blocks of resources that you've crafted at the lathe. A basic set of blocks is unlocked to build at the lathe. So for now, let's just increase our hopper and yield. And then eventually we'll do some refinery. I guess we need to learn this in order to refine what we want to refine. And then the chrono facing is enabling my terraforming to advance and reverse entropy in a material, transforming it into other materials that might not be available otherwise. Aha, so that's what that chart means. That chart is like I can apply things to work with the resources available at hand and turn them into the resources that I need. And this just makes it faster. Unlocks prospecting mode. I do want that. Why didn't it unlock? You already have the skill? It didn't actually... Okay, let me... skill... not... say skill unlocking. Description: when unlocking the skill for prospecting, I get a message saying I already unlocked it. But the lock still shows in there, and my XP isn't being deducted. Might just be visual. Maybe if I leave and go back, it shows. No, that's weird. So I should not have 53 to do this. Yeah, I don't have enough. If I close it and open it again, it's also not showing. That's weird. But we will look into that later. For now... Okay, walking and running. Let's turn back the toggle for this view. And keep going down. So now I am able to switch between depositing, prospecting, and extracting. If I'm prospecting, I can prospect for sand, for gravel, for mud, clay soil, chalky, peat, limestone, chert, chalk, quartzite, rhyolite. Let's say rhyolite because I've been doing this. This is around me, so why is it not showing it nearby? This should tell me that there's tons of this around me, right? Checking resource. Let's say it's sand. Oh, okay, so it tells me what I am looking at. Ah, okay. It's less useful than I expected, but still not bad. Alright, I'm starting to find different things. There's chert here, which is probably this thing here. And then chalk. I wonder what the difference is between chert and chalk. Well, this is digging through chalk like it's nothing. Or why did it suddenly go a lot faster in that direction? I guess the extraction maybe feels a little bit too random. Like it's not necessarily extracting things from where I think it should be. Now, I want to see, because now my hopper is full, so this should allow me to dump all of it here, but it's not really doing it. Or maybe I need to be standing here. Is this using the hopper deposit or whatnot? No. Interesting. It's using the sand that I had. Oh, okay. That's different from what I thought was going to happen. So, okay, my hopper's full. So emptying the hopper is a very different thing from depositing minerals. Alright, I can live with that. Let's see, let's go back to our hole. Actually, I wonder, if I start digging a hole closer to the starting point, will other people start digging? Let's actually start digging. No, if I start digging that way, it's going to be... It's not gonna be very obvious. So, where should we? Let's start digging here. And sort of go on a straight line that way. I kind of wish that when digging, there was an indicator somewhere to like how many degrees above or below the horizon I'm pointing at to know if I'm digging up or I'm digging down. I mean, you do have your character for reference, but I'm not convinced that's quite enough. Okay, digging a hole in sand, because of the fluid dynamics that they've implemented, seems to be between difficult and impossible. So let's start digging a bit more this way and hope we don't get boxed in. Battery's too low. Oh, so that 87%, that's probably my hopper, right? Okay. That yellow bar makes more sense now. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're making a tunnel here. Oh no. I got buried, didn't I? I got buried. I got buried. And I cannot do that because my hopper is full. Oh. I just appeared up here apparently once enough sand fell on top of me. Probably. Ah. Alright. So let's get rid of our hopper here. We need to deposit further away from where? Need to deposit hopper further away from where? From the starter camp, maybe? Someone's been doing some chalk mining, it seems. Okay, hopper's empty. I still feel like I want to dig around here, so I will start here then and go that way. Because here I won't get sand all over me. And because of the terrain around me, we're going to go almost down. In a spiral. All this while, I'm just messing about, but I am getting a whole bunch of this and this and that. There doesn't seem to be at this point a limit to how much I can hold. So I will keep just digging, getting experience. Actually, with the amount of experience I have right now, I might be able to increase my yield. 349, yes. Let's increase our yield twice. Just to make this more efficient. And keep digging. Again, in this sort of spiral pattern, if I can. Just so that it's still possible for me to go in and out. Hopper is full. See, I can just walk right out. And it says that I have to go further away to deposit. So let's go over here. The way the sand works is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Let's see, did I get enough experience to get... No, I need 400, so probably one more trip. And that way I can max out my yield, and then I can increase the hopper space so that I can make longer trips into the depths. Oh, this looks different. No, it's just sort of dog in a different way. Let's keep going down. Okay. I have to say I don't feel like I have a lot of control as to where it is digging. Like right now, this sort of went straight down very quickly. This is where having a tool that shows you the angle that you're pointing at would be very useful. I wonder if F9... No, that's just FPS. Okay, so let's just go down this way slowly, carving the top first. By now I'm fairly sure that I am not too close to the sand, so I should be able to start digging larger galleries. Yeah, I'm definitely far away enough, I hope. Let's see, 212. Interesting. I got much less experience than I thought I would have from that. Let's dump our hoppers here. We can't. There we go. I'm not entirely sure why sometimes the hopper dumps sand and then over there it was dumping gravel. I wonder if it's because of it's determined by the place that you dump the thing and not by the place where you got the things. If that's the case, ostensibly you could go and dig something useless and then dump that hopper somewhere useful and then get the useful stuff for free. I doubt that's the case, or it shouldn't be at least. But could be. I guess I could probably get some experience if I refine everything that I have dogged so far. So I'll look into that the next time my hopper gets full. And I also want to make an experiment because last time when I was being buried in sand, I got sort of like instantly transported up when I became fully enclosed by the sand, I believe. Tool battery's too low. Let's let it recharge. So what I want to try is just make a little hole here, and then when I'm full I will come here and try to get myself expelled from the cave by depositing the contents of my hopper around me and see if that works. It might not. It might be bad, but it's a test, so we test things. I've been getting quite a bit of rhyolite. I'm going to assume that's a fairly common mineral. But hopefully I can use it or refine it into useful things. Okay, hopper is full, so let's come here and empty the hopper there. Can I? No, further away. Okay, there we go. I killed myself. Let's go to the last station. Alright, now we know. That's what happens. Dancing is supposed to be good for your health. So let's set up a dance party. That's probably enough. Have people been chatting, by the way? Oh, there's auto run. Interesting. Alright, so first let's get rid of the hopper deposit. Oh, it's empty? No, there we go. Empty. Empty the thing. Next, let's come here. We have enough experience for the next yield. Oh, I probably should have gotten refining, because I probably can't do any refining. I wonder what they're doing. Looks like they're paving? I don't know. And somebody's starting to build things here. Interesting. I'm gonna go back into my hole and get a bit more of everything. Oh, it shows where I died. It does show where I died. Did I drop anything in there? Or is it just a marker to let me know that I died there? Oh, okay, I collected my grave marker. So, I mean, it's something. Let's keep digging. And then once I have a whole bunch of blocks, I can just give them to people so they can do things, hopefully. How far up can you dig? I guess how far away? It's probably the same distance in every direction. Battery is low. This should be our last trip into the mines for a bit, because next we're going to try to understand what we do with all of this, because there's a whole bunch of refining, right? Okay, that fills my hopper. Where's the exit? Up here. Nope, not that way. Looks like somebody was digging here too. Oh, right, my hopper's full. Never mind. I wonder if I should do that so nobody else messes with that. Make it less conspicuous. Drop it all. Okay, we don't have anything else on our hopper now. What we do have is a whole bunch of things in our inventory, right? We've got a whole ton of rhyolite, and we have also found a little bit of chert and chalk and sand and gravel. Now let's go back here, because this is where the resources information is. There are precious gems, there are inert gases, reactive gases, industrial gems, exotic gems, and then different types of rocks: sedimentary, metamorphic, igneous, and exotic. Rhyolite, which we've been digging, is igneous, but we've also found some chalk and chert, which are sedimentary. I think we found some schist, but I can't remember exactly. So it looks like we would be looking at refining igneous rock and sedimentary rock. I don't think we have found any metals. Maybe we could look for some of those with prospecting. And then the refinery, this is where we see which kind of things we can find. In rhyolite, we're going to be finding some of these things if we're lucky. What we do with those, I am not sure. And where was the Instaformer? Resource selection. Okay, I'm not entirely sure which resources in my inventory can be converted into blocks, but I can probably find out here. First, we need to learn how to refine. and it's igneous and sedimentary rocks. The next thing we want to do is unlock that. So hopefully, is this, no, that's the lathe, that's the stove, and this is the refinery. We can make agate with breccia. I don't have any breccia. Rhyolite, limestone, and basalt. Argentite. I wonder if there's a way to sort with what I can make, because otherwise it's going to be going back and forth while I learn it. Let's see, there's agate, cassiterite, obsidian flakes, opal, pumice stone, spodumene, wolframite, and feldspar. Let's see what each one of those do, if we can. This was one of them. It's a type of ore that can be refined into tin. Okay. Yeah, it would definitely be useful to have a filter here so that it would show craftable things. I'm pretty sure this must have been suggested before, but it would be nice to have filters in the refinery station to filter by craftable. Or even better, from filter source materials. Like, what's it called? Rhyolite? And be able to see all the recipes linked to that resource. And again, I'm guessing eventually you just learn the things, but you know, you want to be able to make things accessible for new players. So what else was it here? I don't like that scrolling on this list is also moving my zoom, but that's more of a personal thing, I guess. Feldspar. I remember I could also make feldspar. What's this? It's a type of ore that refines to ceramic or glass. Okay, that's probably useful. Is there gypsum? No. Oh, gypsum is from chalk. Iron. How do I get iron? Black soil. Interesting. Lime ore. Magnetite comes from... Oh, magnesite and then magnetite. Interesting. Manganese, methane, ochre, obsidian flakes are made from rhyolite. And what do you use them for? I have no idea. There's opals, which are precious gemstone. No, that's made with something else. Pumice stone, yes, this is also made from here. No description available, probably not useful right now. And then tin from alluvial soil. That's not what that thing said. Oh yes, wolframite also. Okay, that refines into tungsten. Tungsten seems to be more useful. So, how do I do this? Okay. Let's craft. Okay. Was that it? Select. Craft. Collect. Did I collect it? Yeah, oh, okay. So, I got quite a bit out of it. Did that give me experience? It did not. Interesting. So refining gives me no experience. Only collecting gives me the experience. If that's the case, let's actually do something. Do I have... No, it's empty. Okay. This is empty, so let's go down here. Just kind of looks wrong. Let's keep going down here. And this is our, I guess, main gallery that we've been working with. All of this area seems to be rhyolite. Lemurwinks gathering is the least satisfying thing in this game. Is it? I don't know. I guess it depends. I enjoy repetitive tasks. I guess there's other fun things. I imagine a lot of people might really dig the combat. I'm not partial to combat. Which was it? Trailblazer? Is that the one that does ice things? Like that sounds like it could be fun. But one of my main interests is in building. Yeah, it is just point and click, but these are the building blocks to build things, right? So if I want to build something, I need to have resources to build with. That's just my logic. Oh, you're also in the playtest? So what have you been up to? Have you been on an other playtest before this? This is actually my very first contact with the game, which is part of why I am trying to keep it simple and just do one thing. It's only 4 hours, so my goal right now is just build something at some point. And explore the mining and maybe civil engineering trees. You've been in for a while? Cool. What are the things that you have enjoyed the most? Alright, hopper is full. So it's not just point and click, you can also build these beautiful mines. Lemurwing saying not much, it's too early, all the systems half work. Yeah, that sort of makes sense, that like not being able to reassign key bindings felt a bit awkward for me. So you cannot say it's not fun. Look at all these things that I've just dumped in there. I could have been creative and just written like a message there or whatnot. I don't know. I do see that a lot of things are not necessarily working in optimal way. I think it needs a rework. A rework in what sense? Like in specific skill trees, or because a rework can mean a lot of things. It can mean the concept's good, but the game is not fun. It's not Valheim or Minecraft satisfying. Yeah, I never really actually got into Minecraft, but Valheim is definitely a game I enjoy. And probably the what I enjoy most in Valheim is like building things, like digging for resources and building cool farms and cool bases and whatnot. Just click and then ending in your inventory is boring. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. It would be cool if, you know, they like you click on this and then there's like a nodule of sand that pops on the floor and then you run and grab it. Like, yeah, that could definitely be nice, but I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's just a matter of I guess feedback. Like for me, what makes me feel like I'm doing something is being able to walk through where I've been and see what I have done, more than just dropping something on the ground and then picking it up. Um, like, sure, it's the resources are just coming in as a side effect, really. But for me, this does feel satisfying. Yeah, no, I also understand your point. Like, not everybody plays games the same way, and that's why ambitious projects that want to cater to a wider audience, like these guys, like one on their website, they say that, you know, sort of give you the freedom of doing things your own way, playing your own way, right? I mean, that's all well and good, but then it's it's impossible to make everybody happy. So you have to sort of understand what your goals are as a developer. If your goal as a developer is, you know, to make certain gameplay possible, like go chop trees and then grab the trunks, or mine and then grab the bits of mm, well, yeah, you that's the thing. It's boring, but it's not boring. It's boring to some, it's not boring to others. um I guess it really depends on what you want. You want you know, more realism, then yeah, in order to dig this, you need to, like, you're gonna be digging, and that's gonna leave a lot of debris, and then you're gonna have to collect that debris and process it somehow. And that's a valid game loop as well, but it's very different, and the way that the rewards are given would be very different. So yeah, if that's like something that they are reconsidering, then they should. Right now, I guess it would be giving a lot of attention to one system and maybe neglecting others. I don't know. Like, yes, you click on a tree and it mines it. See, I personally don't have a problem with it. I am sure that there are people that would not be as entertained by it. But like, just looking back at Valheim, like, trees are not that different. Like, you chop the tree and then the trunk falls, and then you hit the trunk, and then you have the little trunks, and then you grab them. And with mining, you hit the big rock and then it drops the things and you grab them. It's not that different from it automatically going into your inventory. I have not played Rust, actually. I've heard about it. It sounds interesting, but I've not had the opportunity yet. You click it actually takes effort, but you sit here and click one button. I mean, yeah, It is. It's definitely about feedback. It's about the feeling. It's about the feedback that you get as a player. I 100% agree there, and that's one thing that a developing team needs to decide. My input on this is this thing that I am doing right now feels fun. Having more information, again, we're talking about feedback. I would like to know where, like, how is this 15 degrees or 20 degrees, so that I know where 0 degrees is. Where's my horizon? When am I digging down? When am I digging up? Because that's what's important to me more than the loot itself. The loot itself is a side product from digging and building all this, and it will be used for other things. But yeah, you know, that's okay. I should not have done this. I really should not have done this. Well, oh wait, never mind, I can fly. I played this for a couple of games. My point is to give developers information. I agree, and that's also my objective. I've not participated in a ton of playtests, but a couple. And there's another game that that I follow, and that I have followed a lot and been part of various tests. But on that game, it's called Bitcraft. The tests run for several weeks. The last one was for several months. So that allowed us to branch out and try different things. Here, we're looking at a test that is basically 4 hours. For me, that is not enough time to properly experience all of it. So I'd rather hyper focus on one thing that is interesting to me and provide useful feedback on that bit of the game. If I am invited to a different test, then I would probably try something different. But like, just shooting 3 bad guys and grabbing a couple of rocks and burning a couple of trees doesn't feel like it would give me enough information to give back to the devs. So I guess it's just different approaches. Like, what time is it now? It's been about an hour and a half since the test started. I know there's no game yet. It's pre-alpha, so that means they're still figuring out the concepts and the things. I understand that, and I feel that because of that, I mean, it makes sense that their tests are short. But because they are short, there's not really enough time for me to deeply go into all of these trees. I'd rather do this, which is what I've been doing, to try to figure out in like which way I would have, I would like to, like, what things I like from this system and which things I wouldn't like. They aren't implemented? You mean all of this is not implemented? Like, there's no additional yield by unlocking this? Or there's no instaformer? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable that I could be just wasting my time following this tree until I hit a wall and there's not going to be anything else past it. But this is kind of what I wanted to check out. And as I understand it, to make these things, you need the civil engineering thingy. Wait, no, that's the wrong button. You need this thing to make the blocks, I think. And then you use those blocks to build things. I could be wrong, but that's what I've understood from the information. They're probably just gonna give the started building things here so that you can do that. I don't know. I mean, I will still try to work on what I've been trying to understand and provide feedback on this, and then maybe try something else before the test is over. I do understand what you're saying in terms of me hyper focusing. It's the way that I'm approaching it. Did I clear the hopper? Like, for example, just this tells me that their hopper system is not well thought out. Because you're ending up with a whole bunch of debris from digging, and it's, you know, it's too much. I'll probably add a report on it once I am bored with mining. I mean, I still haven't heard what the is the part of it that you have found most fun. So I'm not entirely sure what your suggestion would be for me right now. Okay, that is this, so let's actually try to go down this way. Fighting in space? I mean, sure, it's not really what I would have joined the game for. I will definitely go to space. That's through the pillar thing over there, right? You got bored pretty quickly? Well, if there's not been a lot of advancements and you have been on previous tests, that makes complete sense. Like, I've seen that happen with many testers in Bitcraft, that, you know, new test comes up and, you know, you try some things, see what's new, but then you fall back into the same loop and it becomes boring, and more so since progression is wiped because it's a test, then people lose motivation. Oh, no, I'm not gonna get there through here. You click on it and you go up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely will check that out. But I'm not sure I want to... I'll be spending a lot of time in space, but I definitely will check it out. There not much being changed as far as mechanics. Once they make more changes, I'll invest more time. Yeah, right now I'm assuming that they are not really updating a lot on each test. Each test is probably more for inviting more people and hyping up the game, since they are launching their Kickstarter thing. Yeah, exactly. They're doing that, and, you know, they want to get attention, they want to get more people to play the game, so they're running more tests with more people. I just registered 2 days ago and got the invite, so I can understand that for most testers, what we are seeing is what you guys have been seeing for a while now. I just hope it doesn't end up like his last game. I'm not sure what that one was. I know that one of the developers was involved in Star Wars Galaxies, right? So has he done a different game between that one and this one? In 2018? And what was the name of that one? I might have heard about it, I might not. go down through here? Yeah. And then to the right. Am I closer to the ground here? I mean, yeah, that's close enough, right? Okay, so maybe dig that way. Oh. Wait, I'm boxing myself in here. So, okay, so I got to here. Let's just make a bit of a gallery around here. And try to make an accessible way down there. Hopper is full. Well, I can actually now dump it here, right? Don't need to dump it all the way up there. There we go. I have terrible aim. Let's make this hole a bit bigger. See, well, it is sort of like just point and click and you get full of things. For me, like, digging down and finding this huge cavern is pretty satisfying. It feels like, you know, you're adventuring and discovering things. I'm not gonna be able to find a way down very easily though. Doesn't seem like it. Further this way. Yeah, we can probably build a ramp along this way. Kind of like that. Are we almost there? Yeah, this looks like good access. Upper is full. Now let's explore this place. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Okay. They're not friendly, are they? Are they following me? Or are they? Owl deer. Bone and meat. Oh, okay, they're herbivores. Now I feel bad for killing them. This is such a cool cave. Let's get the terraformer out. Now, the problem is... I don't know where I came from. Is it here? Yeah, okay, this is where I came from. I should probably make it more obvious. Make a nice big opening so that I don't miss it when I am looking for it. How does it look from the outside? It's not extremely obvious. Do I have something to pave with? I've got gravel, plenty of it. Cobbles, gravel, slate floor tiles, cobbles. Oh, I like it. This looks really cool. Let's make a nice little path this way. Their paving tool definitely needs a lot of work. Like, just walk 2 steps and click. Does not feel very good. Should be able to click and drag. Probably. Let's see, what else I have? I have slate floor tiles. Alright. Who's last saying? Spam the clicks. Oh, okay, because I get the extras back. Hey, thank you for the tip. Not ideal, but works. Alright, let's make a road over to that. You can also make... Yeah, that was on pave set side size. How do I change the size though? Because it says set size mode, but it doesn't really let me do anything. Oh, okay, so with Q and E. Oh, okay, I see. Alright. So one extends the Y axis and then the other one the Z axis. I mean the X. There's no Z in this. That's too small. Paving in a diagonal line. It's not very doesn't look so nice. Okay, so even though it doesn't look like I'm paving all of this, is it actually paving? Interesting. Might be easier to pave walking backwards. Now let's get our terraformer. And just dig ourselves out of here. So, Puzla, I take it you've been on previous tests. This isn't your first rodeo? I probably could have just used this. Let's see, where is the starter base? Over there. Interesting. 2 tests so far, like 5 hours total. Cool, cool. What have you been doing most of the tests? Because, like, it seems like there's a lot of things to do. No, not here. Here. It seems like there's a lot of things to do in different areas. Clearly, I've been exploring the cave dwelling part of the... I'm trying to level up. Alright, level up in a particular type of skill? Or just in general, all around? Speaking of which, I probably could grab a few more skills by now. Oh, and all of that paving gave me civil engineering experience. That's good to know. Use the paver tool to replace terrain in the world with tiles from your inventory. Basic set of tiles is unlocked to build at the lathe. Okay, so right now the tiles that I got them from a box, but this is how you would make your tiles. You can manufacture road tiles and then flagstone tiles. So I guess this is just different types of tiles. And this is metal blocks and regular blocks. Let's get that. There's a fabricator to place building pieces. A basic set of building pieces are unlocked to build at the lathe. Alright, and that's windows, ramps, and decorations. So let's unlock that. You maxed combat. The weapon upgrades are cool. Let's see, the weapon would be this, the Omniblaster. Oh, there's a gravity gun. I heard about the gravity gun at some point. Fortress, shield recipe, drones recipe. Cool. It does sound cool. Yeah, having drones definitely feels like the kind of thing somebody who's really bad at games like myself would be interested in. Let other people do the fighting for me. Well, or other things. I can unlock all of this. And those. I still haven't... Like, I took a look at the chrono facing diagram thing, and I don't know that I'm going to be doing any of that right now. That was for oh, I do want to improve the prospecting. I'll have to do that later. Yeah, I'm not a very combat focused player. I don't dislike combat, but I've played so many different games over the years that looking for different things feels more interesting now. You still have to aim and shoot, or do you have one already in inventory? I don't have any drones, if that's what you mean. So if you have your drones, you deploy them, and then, like, when you click on the baddie or the monster with this, with a red reticule, it sends, like, it shoots and sends the drones? Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm understanding? Let's see. Oil, methane, graphite, coral ore, no, coal ore. So many things that I haven't found yet. To make tungsten, you need wolframite, and then I can make wolframite from rhyolite. So let's make a whole bunch of this. Crafting also kind of needs some work, like just chain crafting. Being able to say I want to craft 10 times of this would definitely be nice. People were saying I had all the weapons in my inventory on my playtests. Maybe I do. I did have a whole bunch of things here that I didn't really look at. There's the Helix, the Gravity Gun. Oh yeah, here's the drones. That makes sense. And then these are the things from the... what's it called? Building box. This box here. I imagine you can get multiples of it. But I want to make tungsten. Let's try to make some tungsten. Oh, I'm not able to? It says tier 4 metal. Does that mean that I need to... level up somehow? Maybe it's just not implemented yet. Or maybe it's here. Maybe I need to unlock those metal blocks. Let's go pave our little tunnel. Alright, so let's see. I cannot pave inside here, right? Yeah. Oh, I can. Interesting. Okay, I ran out of that. Let's see, can I get more here? Nope, it doesn't look like it. So let's use up our gravel, and then we'll figure out how to build more. Huh. That looks kind of weird. Not sure the paving and the tunnels get along very well. Maybe I'll just pave outside. Let's see, do I have enough for the metal blocks? Yes. Okay, so maybe that was enough for me to be able to make... Open up. Can I make tungsten now? Apparently I... oh yes, yes I can. Maybe I was just not clicking right. I probably missed one step. I probably was missing clicking on the rhyolite. Yeah, the crafting definitely needs a lot of quality of life improvements. Like, constantly just clicking this, and then confirming this, and then clicking craft, and then clicking collect, and then doing it again. That's a lot of clicking. What do you need to do this? Ilmenite for tin, cassiterite. Uranium can be made with sulfite ore, pitch blende, or carnotite. Oh, you use uranium to make that. Interesting. Okay, let's craft some more tungsten. Can I actually make tungsten blocks in here? Bronze, chromium, cobalt, brass, gold, steel. Does not look like it. Alright, I guess that's good to know. Tungsten is not useful for this. Can I refine anything from tungsten? Refinery. Metals. Not really. I mean, I can just see here that it's a tier 4 metal. So I'm assuming it will eventually be used for something, just not at the moment. Oh yeah, what can I do here? Tools, beacon, drones, porter shield, grapple, grab mesh. Those are the things that you can build by unlocking things. Oh, okay, so these need a tier something, a tier whatever metal. So, like to make this, I would need tier 4 metals and a reactive gas and a plastic. So that's what tungsten would be useful for. That makes sense. In order to actually make it, I would need to unlock it from here and get the helix recipe. Right now I got it as a freebie because it's a test. But it's interesting, like how everything sort of seems to be intertwining and interchangeable. Like the recipes don't require a specific type of metal, but a tier of metal, which allows a lot of flexibility when getting resources, which feels good. Can I cook anything here? Out of range. How much closer do I want me to get? I'm already as close as it gets. There we go. I can make meat kebabs, power cells in the stove. I use gas and tier 1 metal to create a spare battery to replace the depleted one inside your weapon. Using a new battery is faster than waiting for the battery to recharge. That makes sense as well. Right now, I'm assuming they're recharging faster than they will when the game is out. And then these, if it's actually slower to recharge, then these things will make more sense. And then the meat thing, a scrumptious stick of meat that boosts your health maximum. Higher quality meat gives greater amounts of health. And then the new maximum lasts for a set duration. So I need 3 bones, I don't have that many. Pulse is saying ideally the metals will have stats quality, so the better quality resources make better gear. See how they implement that. Yeah, that makes sense. Like for now, it just looks like they're going by tiers. Like this takes a tier 4, and this one takes a tier 3 and a tier 4. But it would definitely be nice since they have made all of, like, there's like many different metal spare tier, that some of them do have different properties, and like maybe like a terraforming tool that is made with palladium and chromium has different properties than one that's made with manganese and aluminum. I don't know. That would definitely be something cool to see, difficult to implement, but I mean, it's pre-alpha, this is the time to be ambitious, right? Then they'll get to the point where they got too ambitious and start to cut down on ideas, but for now, it makes sense to just try different things. Okay, I wanted to go back here. Yeah, very, very big ambitions. Oh, what happened? Oh yes, this probably happened when I paved. Where was I going? I can probably just use this. It's not the proper exit. Oh, somebody also found my little path here. And they're making their underground base. It felt pretty cool to find this underground area. I'm actually, since somebody else is already settling there, let's explore from here and see what's this way. Is that also a hole that somebody got through? No, this is a resource. Interesting. Can I? No, I cannot harvest and move at the same time. That looks like petroleum or something, so I am actually interested in finding out if I can gather it. Let's see, I would need to go up this way. And slowly turn around. Upper's full. Pulse is saying, I liked in Star Wars Galaxy that items decayed to 0 with use, making crafters valuable. Yeah, I can definitely imagine something like that being implemented. Durability is always, I guess, a double-edged sword, because you do want to make it so that crafting jobs are useful, so you want things to be consumable, but you also don't want it to be like something that wears out too quickly, as to where the player feels like they're just going out with their sword, killing 2 things, and then having to get a new one all the time. It's a delicate balance, but definitely something to keep in mind. One of the things that's, you know, always a reliable consumable is food. And they did add food here. There's also the energy cells, which right now don't feel like they matter much, but I'm fairly confident that at some point they will. Where am I? Okay. Let's try to dig out towards... No, let go towards that way and see where we are. Yeah, like there's the energy cells that are supposed to be, I assume, what you will use all the time to fill your energy instead of just waiting for it to refill. And then durability does make sense to have things decay, but I would say, especially for tools, it should be a very slow decay and it shouldn't fully break. Like, tools should never fully break, in my opinion. That's a bit too harsh, from my opinion. But they should become almost useless. Am I digging the right direction? Wait, which way am I digging? Oh no, I want to dig that way. And my hopper's full. Alright, hopper's empty. Now, let's reorient ourselves. That's my goal. And so far the tunnel does seem to be going in the right direction. Wait. Why did I dig this way? Oh, okay, yes. I wanted to see how far away I was. Time flies when you're exploring the universe. We have to wait. What? Already? Wasn't it 4 hours? It's only been 2. Wait a second. I thought they said it was gonna be 4 hours. Let me head over to their Discord and see what we can find out. In the meantime, let's play some music. Let's see. No info here. Alright, thank you, Apozla, for the follow. I hope you get some good rest, and yeah, hopefully you'll drop in another time. There's another game that I follow called Bitcraft that, if you're interested in survival, different, I guess, yeah, different approach to survival games, that one does not have any combat, but there's supposed to be another test of it within the next month or so. I'll probably be streaming that one. And yeah, otherwise hope you had a good time and get some good rest. I'm gonna try to figure out if the test is actually over. I mean, if it is, it is. Thank you, much appreciated, Puzla. Have a great one. Inbox, where's my inbox? Stars Reach, playtest schedule. Yeah? Oh wait, no, it says... Huh, oh, so were there... It says 9 AM to 1 PM, right? That's 4 hours. And then 5 to 7. That's 2 hours. I don't know. But I guess if this says that I cannot connect to the server, then I cannot connect to the server. Let's try and ask just for confirmation. The server is locked, thank you for coming. Okay, so yeah, I guess that was the test. I didn't get to go out to space. I thought I had more time. But yeah, I guess that wraps up the program for today. I will be back tomorrow at the same time that I was on earlier, so that's around 2 o'clock Europe time, to play IS, a bit more IS. Anyone who is watching for the Star Reach content and does not know what IS is a action RPG franchise by Falcom. I will be playing the whole series. I'm starting with the first one. It was originally released in 1987, but I'm playing a remake from 2009 with much upgraded graphics, although still 2D. I mean, it is based on, it's a remake of a 1987 game after all. But yeah, it's an action RPG. Has great music, has a fun story, and yeah, if anybody's interested, do follow and drop in for that one. for now, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and I will see you around.